Hi, my name's Tom Coolican. I'm the new COO at Hazer Group here in Perth, Western Australia. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself today. So I grew up in Ireland, came to Australia to do high school, and then started off doing sound engineering after school and went into instrumentation as a technician. I've worked for Woodside here in Perth and also up in Karratha. I've worked for ENI, the Italian major energy company, primarily in Perth but also in Southeast Asia, as well as Jadestone Energy, a small startup energy company based in Singapore originally. I've also spent some time with services contractors with GR Production Services, and I completed my MBA in 2018. What initially drew me to the clean hydrogen space was I discovered Hazer Group at an energy industry event that we had in 2020, where they won the Game Changer Award. That spoke very clearly to me about the opportunities that hydrogen could have when we'd been looking a lot at the time at carbon capture and sequestration, and this was a simplified form when the carbon was a solid form. So yeah, it was very attractive to me, and I've been watching Hazer ever since. So what excites me the most about the role as COO at Hazer Group is the opportunity to work with some very bright minds, an excellent team, and to be able to bring common sense decarbonisation to existing industries that I've spent most of my career working in. So big challenges first. I think that the hydrogen sector is starting to get a little fragmented. I think there are many colours. There are potentially shades to those colours, and I think that could be detracting from the objective of being able to make hydrogen without polluting. There's a decarbonisation objective that we really are trying to get to. I think there's a lot of research currently going on into what the future use cases and application cases for hydrogen can be. But we shouldn't forget that fertiliser, steel making, refining all use huge amounts of hydrogen today. And these are the current cases for hydrogen that need to be decarbonised. The biggest opportunity I see for hydrogen right now is the opportunity to decarbonise steam methane reforming. The current process generates 100 million tonnes per annum of hydrogen, and it uses steam in the process. Unfortunately, steam cracking hydrogen generates bulk CO2. So I see that as an existing use case today, which we can transition to a decarbonised opportunity. Top of my agenda here at Hazer in the last few weeks has been to get the commercial demonstration plant to a safe, reliable operating state. We've had some big wins at the CDP this year, with first hydrogen and graphite and the first 100-hour run. Now we're experiencing extended periods of safe, reliable production. This is incredibly encouraging. As COO, we need to be able to operate safely and reliably. This will demonstrate the suitability of this tech to the large industrial scale. Another aspect of my role is to make sure we are financially responsible with our funding, and every penny that goes into commercialising the Hazer process really needs to work hard. And I know our whole team is behind that, and they understand that. I love surfing, camping, and fishing. I have done since we've always taken the kids away when they were young, and we still go with our friends and really enjoy that sort of outdoor lifestyle. I used to race mountain bikes a long time ago, so I still love hitting the trails with the mates and getting out into the hills, which is fantastic. We also have a small home recording studio where my daughter, who's also a sound engineer, and my son is an AV technician, we give young bands and young artists their first opportunity to record in the studio and get some music up onto a streaming platform. So that's something we love doing in our spare time. Yeah, it's very tricky living on the west coast in Western Australia, which is so heavily reliant on the developments that happen in the Pilbara to manage that feeling of, especially when living in Karratha or Broome or somewhere, where you manage the feeling that a lot of the money that you see around you has been generated through traditional fossil fuel industries, and now we're I regularly talk to my colleagues and friends about decarbonising, and everybody's committed. I do really see them going there, but they've got to decarbonise as responsibly as possible, because it's an engineering solution at the end of the day. Economics will come if we get the engineering right. So, yes, sitting on the coastline, looking out at the ocean, having a fish, or yeah, we were at the back of Karratha at Withnell Bay recently. Looking out and checking out all of the beautiful gorges and rocks around there. You do still always have in the back of your mind the Pilbara is the engine room of Australia. So it's quite it's a complex relationship, I think, that many of us who work in industry have. Wanting to do the right thing and basically being enabled to do the right thing by finding companies like this, which we're finding solutions to these problems, as I knew we would over the years.